on to the scriptures so that y'all will see. Okay. All right. I am currently live on all 3 platforms. Without further ado, we're going to get started. Hello, world. My name is Eve, and I'm Eve from the Bible. And my content is to educate you about who I am, okay? If you're currently on a TikTok person, okay, I'm on live on Facebook and YouTube at this time. So I'm just throwing it out there. The question that I want to start off with is, how is that y'all going to read about Eve and not think that she's not going to be over here? She's the mother of everyone living. Hello, I'm Eve. Okay, but let's go to the scriptures right now, because how y'all just going to run over that? I'm going to flip my phone so y'all can see. Energy doesn't lie. For people say, well, how you know you're Eve? Honey, you will not find an energy like mine. I'm going to explain that to you. So Genesis 3:20 states, after this, Adam named his wife Eve because she was to become the mother of everyone living. And the precept for everyone living is O. So let's go to O. It's down here. Acts 17:26. There's my bookmark there. I'm going to also go in Revelation to explain to you. It's saying I'm going to come up in this time period to tell you who I am, okay? 17:26. Here we are. And he made out of one man every nation of men to dwell on the entire surface of the earth. And he decreed the appointed times and the set limits of where men would dwell. Okay. So let's go to Revelation real quick so y'all can understand me about how I'm going to come up in this time period to tell you who I am. So Revelation 12. Stay further on the line because I'm going to break it all down. I got my we're going to redraw all that. Hey, I got better versions of that, but hey, you're going to love it, okay? All right. Make sure you give me a follow, okay? Then a great sign was seen in heaven, a woman, because when people read Revelation, they talk about the woman of the church. Okay, first off, let's go to the scripture. The precept is what? You go to M. Genesis 3:15. Okay, you should already know. Now, we're going to go to Genesis 3:15 right here, but I want to show you that my name was woman before I was called Eve. Let's get it, okay? Then the man said, this is at last bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. This one will be called woman because from man she was taken. Okay, now let's go back to the precept that Revelation gave, okay, about the woman. And I will put enmity between you and the woman, and between your offspring and her offspring. He will crush your head, and you will strike him in the heel. Okay, they're going to go down. After all this happened, look, after this, Adam named his wife Eve because she was to become the mother of everyone living. Okay, let's go back. Y'all, all my children, y'all made a fake reality around y'all sleeping with each other. Let's get that commandment real quick right now, okay? Leviticus, y'all was not supposed to be doing it. Leviticus 18:9. One second. And it says what? You must not have sexual relations with your sister, either the daughter of your father or the daughter of your mother, whether she is born in the same household or born outside of it. Adam and I were having a lot of kids, and sometimes we would have our children who are here a lot longer, who are a little older, to help us take care of them. Okay, so it's all right. So let's we all die. We're gonna come back and reincarnate. In y'all's fake reality, y'all, America says whoever pushed the child through the womb is the mother. That is not what God said. The only how you can get back on this earth is through the womb. Okay, you birth your mother back here. And what happens when, let's say this is you, and you build this thing here, you built this, and then you die. and you're gonna come back in a new life. You're not gonna remember nothing. You're not gonna remember that you did this, you built this, or nothing. Everything is going to evolve based on where you left off at. And even when you come back, that's like this changed to someone saw your tower and it changed to that. It went from this to that. But when you come back, you're not going to remember that you did that. It is up to the people around you to tell your brain or show you proof that you did that. Okay. So let's go back to Revelation, talking about me coming back up in this time period. Okay. Now he said an enmity. So the devil has a hatred toward me, Eve, and Adam, who is Jesus, who is God, okay? And any of our children who keep the commandments of God, the demons have a hatred towards us. So what happens when our children start to say, I don't care about keeping God's commandments? Them demons will come inside of y'all and use y'all's bodies to come against us because they have a hatred toward us, okay? And y'all have made a fake country out of y'all just doing whatever y'all want to do, all right? In this live, you're going to get, listen, I'll do this every day. I promise you, you're not going to leave here. I got a whole bunch here. You're not going to leave here understanding what's going on, okay? Like, I am going to break it down for you. There's more here. Talking about how the stars, celebrities, how the devil is trying to use go to the next space to mock God. Show you how Jesus is the son and his son. Okay. See, I want to get right there right now. He's a son. Okay. All right. We're going to go back to Revelation 12 here. I just want to show y'all that he's a son as well. On earth as it is in heaven. God made a Barbie world for himself to come inside of, okay? And so he is light. He made, okay, I promise you, let's listen to this scripture because black folk read this here and they say he black. Yeah, he black, but come on, he's a son. Moreover, this is Revelation 1:14. Moreover, his head and his hair were white wool as snow, okay? And his feet, I'm sorry. And his eyes were like a fiery flame. Why else would his eyes be a fiery flame? John went into heaven, into space. Look, by inspiration, I came to be in the Lord's day. Okay, he's a son. And we're going to go into Genesis where it talks about him walking and talking as a son. He made him a space heaven body, which is a son, as well as a human body for himself. As above, so below. The personality that's in the son is also in Adam, who is Jesus, okay? So let's keep on reading. We're going to go confirm this, another scripture in Revelation, okay? And his feet were like fine. Thank y'all for the heart. I really appreciate y'all tapping that screen. And his feet were like fine copper when glowing in a furnace. Why do you think it's saying glowing? He's an actual light. The personality for light. It's peaceful. Without it is, look scary. Okay, when you turn it on, that energy that you feel from that light, that's a personality. That is God the Father's personality. Okay, and I'm going to prove that to you. Let's go back to Genesis, the first chapter, where it says what. And God said there's two distinctions between God the Creator, his God, and his Son version of himself, which is called who? Jehovah God. Okay, later they heard the voice of Jehovah God. Just keep on with me, okay? So he said, what? Let there be light, and then there was light. Do you see the precept for light? Okay, it's Isaiah 45:7. Okay, Isaiah 45:7. I'm coming, y'all. Just bear with me. Here it is. I form light and create darkness. I make peace and create community. Okay. Light is God's all good personality. I'm going to break that down to you even more. Okay. So let's go to Revelation 21:23. The city has no need of the sun nor of the moon to shine on it, for the glory of God illuminated it, and its lamp was lamb. Okay, the sun is an actual. I wish I had my Sorry. So when God said, "Let there," listen, I'm gonna draw it out as well, but I just want y'all to get this here. God is both good and evil. Okay, when He made a separate. He split himself in two, but he's still his regular version. Okay, when He said, "Let there be light," that is Him creating light and darkness, separating the two. Okay, and so this is a light source. It's a sun to Him. What is a sun? It's a split image from your Father. Okay. And what is a sun? A light source. Okay. So as above, so below. If God, the creator, who is both good and evil, made himself a sun, which is light, then this version of him has to make himself what? A sun. This son cannot do anything without a soul or a personality. He has a body, everything, talk, walk. Okay. Yes, I thank you for your interest there. Yes, yes. So let's get birthed as a son right now. Are you ready? Are you ready to open up your eyes to be a son? Here we go. What are you doing as a sun? You're shining light. You're evaporating the waters from the oceans and seas and drawing them into the clouds. The sun blows wind, so you blow those clouds filled with water across the earth and cause it to rain so that flowers and things can grow and rain. Now, that's not the only thing the sun does, but do you see how God is an actual sun? Now, let's get birth as a human form. So you're still a son, but you're also, and check this out. So the sun blows wind, right? Yes. Now imagine you as a human down here walking, you're looking at yourself walking and talking in the garden and look, as humans. Just imagine God blowing the trees back with the wind and seeing tiny humans walking around. Look, they got one right there, right? Isn't that pretty? Now, let's get birth as a human. Are you ready? Oh, open your eyes. Woo, what do you see? You're down here laying with your wife or husband as far as Adam and Eve. Okay. Not sure about darkness and light. Okay. Okay. If God made himself an all good personality that is light, he did that as well with darkness, the devil. God is both good and evil. Okay, I'm going to show you this in Genesis. And God was alone for a long time. He's trying to he made a Barbie world into which he could be a human Barbie doll inside of it. There's nobody in his void like him. Okay, he's a sexual being. So let's go back to Genesis where it talks about light and darkness with the precept. Okay, and God, this is Genesis 1 and 3. And God said, "Let there be light." Then there was light. Do you see the precept for light is E? So we're going to go to E. This scripture here, Isaiah 45 and 7. All right. I need to get some tabs so that it'll be easy for me to go. 45 and 7. I form light and create darkness. I make peace and create community. Okay. Just imagine right now, when you in the dark, you don't feel as safe as you do if it was light. Okay. There's personalities in these sources. There's a personality for darkness and there's a personality for light. You feel so much better that the light is on. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the drawing here so that you can better understand. This is how it's gonna eventually look. All right, let's get to it. So God, who is both, I'm supposed to show you how he's both good and evil. Let's get it, okay? With the snake, okay? Let's get Genesis 3 and 4. At this, the serpent said to the woman, "You certainly will not die, for God knows that in the very day you eat from it, your eyes will be open and you will be like God, knowing good and bad. Okay. Right, so if you were alone by yourself, let's get here. Okay, you would do exactly what God did. Hopefully, you are not the author of confusion. For your light could be darkness, and your dark could be light. And one thinks the same. I mean, excuse me, y'all know what I'm trying to say. You see, it's not hard for you to understand what someone is trying to say. What's understood don't have to be explained. Okay, he is not the author of confusion. No one thinks the same. Okay, let's get it here. God, who is both good and evil, is a sexual being. Okay, he likes sex. That is who he is. He's like an alien. All right, this is how he is. This is God, the creator. Okay, now no one has seen God at any time, so he had to make a I don't like that yellow. He had to make a Barbie world into which he could be seen. Okay, I gotta sharpen that, but it's all right. So let's make a line separating where God is. This is outside of his void, and this is inside. I mean, not this is outside of his creation, and this is inside of his Barbie world. All right. Due to God's rule is as above, so below. Okay. If he do something up here, okay, he got to do it down ways, even in the evil kingdom. Okay, let's get it. So the first thing God did was make him a son. And I don't like to draw this circle around it because it doesn't have a body. It's vast. Okay, so I let me get my pencil sharpener talking. There we go. Yeah, I'm on here every day, Monday through Friday, 8 o'clock to 2 o'clock, if not all through the day. Okay. Yeah. My book will be on your bookshelves in about 1 week. So make sure y'all give that a visit, a buy, a purchase. The Story of Eve from the Bible. I am every Disney princess. Let me show you what that looks like. There we go. Bound. Yes, and Disney has bought patent on the Bible. That is why they're turning all of their characters from white to black. Okay, I'm going to explain it to you here on the live. All right. So God went from being good and evil to just being his good self. He also did this to his bad self, but right now we're focusing on the good side of here. We're going to map out the Garden of Eden and things happen, okay? He's trying to make a body into which he can have sex with them. And now you say, well, if